Hello, my name is Bree. It's good to see you. And I have a confession. Up until about a few years ago, I was always the first person to run to my little iPhone or laptop keyboard after seeing a headline of bigotry or injustice, ready to draft up a nice, clean, coherent, intelligent, factual roast on the offending party to share on my Facebook page. I was definitely that girl who clapped back in a comment section of a piece of derogatory information, ready to put someone in their place. Although I was never one to argue with strangers on the internet, don't trip. And although I did lead productive conversations about difficult topics offline with high school peers or college peers, if you're watching this and you were in the music library crew, hi, love you. Although I did lead those things offline and in real life, it was still that online news, the online rants, and the online echo chambers that consumed a lot of my headspace and just affected how I felt in very negative ways. I am so glad I've been able to distance from that practice and instead gain a sense of clear-headedness and peace when it comes to encountering triggering information online, and I'm so stoked to share my thought processes behind that with you all, if you'll indulge me. There are 3 specific habits that I put into practice whenever I'm doing my internet thing. Number 1 being, if I see a headline that sparks an immediate and strong emotional response, I deal with it in one of 2 ways. A, I keep scrolling, knowing that headlines are just begging to get clicks and are willing to prey on our emotions as readers with their intentional trigger words and tactics. I am just not one for emotional manipulation, and I would rather be won over with unbiased and objective fact. I'm here for the truth, honey, not theatrics. B, if I'm genuinely curious about the content, I will slap on my little critical thinking cap, because I know that opening articles of that nature will require me to sift through a lot of fluff and a lot of BS before I can piece together the actual truth of the matter. And usually when I get down to the truth of the matter, it's not nearly as scary, it's not nearly as daunting or as dramatic as the headline made it seem. I think critical thinking needs to be put above emotion when it comes to this context. Critical thinking is our friend, friends. We need more of it in a big way. Being able to see a piece of triggering information online and take a deep breath before taking any action makes the action that I do take afterwards very intentional. Never has an action taken from this frame of mind been to rant on Facebook, not once. And I'm very proud that I can say that. Now, as a Black woman, the majority of my Facebook rants were about racism, white supremacy, oppression in general, classism, elitism, the whole 9 yards. And although the initial high of having people support my opinions and the initial high of executing my thoughts the way I wanted to, feeling the buzz of sticking it to the man, I'd always still feel such mental tension, emotional tension. It would leave me ruminating on those issues and feeling a lot of resentment. The second most powerful practice that I've been putting into mind,
it might make you cringe a little bit, but hear me out.
The second thing I do is practice empathy for the ultra-privileged. I wish I could remember the specific circumstances around this, but there was one specific day where I was suddenly super hyper aware of all of the ways that I'm privileged. Yes, I'm a Black woman, but I'm also educated. I also have had a proximity to whiteness my entire life. I'm a cis het female. I'm slender build. People think I'm a cute biracial girl. I'm not biracial. Not biracial. Not biracial. I'm from a formerly upper middle class family.
Yay, inflation and recession and circumstances changing, woo!
But where I am privileged, I also have blind spots. I'll come across a post speaking from another marginalized group that makes me feel a little triggered, makes me feel a little attacked. If I, as a Black woman, born in America with a marginal degree of privilege, still catch myself in moments of entitlement and confusion when I encounter perspectives from groups that are differently marginalized than I am, if I still have blind spots but also recognize that I'm still an empathetic, intelligent, kind, fun-loving human that just is trying to do the best she can in this world, then maybe, just maybe, I can grant that same grace to people that are more privileged than I. Maybe, just maybe, I can understand that the people born into their positions of privilege are going to naturally have blind spots, and though this is not excusing how harmful and toxic the biases of the thought and biases in action can be and are, I can acknowledge that maybe their blind spots are born from a place of ignorance and fear rather than from a place of malice and ill intent. Surely there are some people with that in mind, but I truly believe the vast majority of people are just doing the best they can in the situations that they were put into. Now, this is not to excuse horrible behavior. It is not to excuse bigotry. It's not excusing prejudices or biases held towards marginalized groups. Lord knows. This is just me acknowledging that someone's blind spots are not the sum of their parts and shouldn't be judged as if they are, just as my blind spots are not the sum of my parts. Remembering this just puts me at so much ease. I even feel so relaxed speaking these words because empathy sets you free. Empathy is a healer. We need so much more of it. We need empathy on all sides, literally all sides.
Y'all need some empathy. Gosh darn it.
Now, the third thing I keep in mind when I'm going about my internet day is that the population of people against you, the population of people against your perspectives in the comment section is probably an illusion. Probably not even real. Y'all ever hear of troll factories and troll farms? Yes? No? Essentially, these troll factories and troll farms are places where people are employed to create fake profiles, anonymous internet personalities, and troll people online. They're paid to stir the pot. So if you find yourself arguing with someone online, please just reflect on that. People are really out here getting paid to spread propaganda and weird news, and we let them. We engage with them. We are so quick to demonize other people that don't have the same viewpoints as us that the people that we're demonizing most likely are not even real. Surely, duh, there are real people that aren't going to agree with you, but the dramatic ones that you find online, I highly recommend you evaluate and just disengage. I definitely recommend y'all look up troll farms and stuff too and see the information for yourself and do with that info what you will. We are so in love with creating the worst narratives for people that do not have the same perspective as us. It's so sickening. I recently watched The School for Good and Evil, which completely blew away my expectations. It's a very fun watch, but I was really drawn to the theme of empathy, to the theme of oneness, to the themes of unity. I love how it explored the us and them mentality, and I think it's really important that we all find the common enemy, because I swear to you, the common enemy is not your neighbor that has a different political flag on their lawn than yours. I promise you. I promise you. Okay? At the very least, we all want the same things. We all want security and stability for our families. We all want love. We all want to be safe. We just have different viewpoints on how that can be achieved, and that is not a bad thing. Stop canceling people for stupid, okay? Oh, you'll driving me crazy. The more I firmly implement these mindsets in my life, the more I'm focused away from the online space and focused towards offline. It's affirmed for me, my belief that things really change interpersonally. That's where change happens, in your relationships with other people. How you deal with and respond to other people. That's transformation. Not pointing fingers, not berating, not canceling, not trying to give someone a piece of your mind from a place of ego and from a place of pain and anger. Believe me, I know the feeling of wanting to just give everyone a piece of your mind and to literally curse everyone out that you feel has wronged you or the people that look like you. And then I just did some deep reflection and realized that that desire to rant and to scold just comes from a place of pain, a place of the hurt that I feel of being othered. Then I began to just remind myself that the people doing the othering are also doing so from a place of deep pain. Possibly insecurity, possibly inadequacy. Whatever the reason, their othering has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with anyone else but their own self. And I think when people understand that nothing is ever personal, you begin to take actions from places of love and empathy, because you realize that if someone's doing something wrong towards you, they're hurting, they're in pain, and they need that empathy and they need that love. Hurt people hurt people. Healed people heal people. Remove the ego out of it. Y'all making me want to go into a whole another topic of spirituality and healing right now. But we stay on topic today. I think it is crucial that we all prioritize empathy and love and compassion over the need to be right and over the need to feel righteous and good. Righteousness and goodness comes from empathy and love, not from being correct. Now, a quick recap of how I deal on the internet. 1, if it triggers my emotions in a big way, I ignore it or critically think about it. Number 2, I practice intentional and fierce empathy for people that are more privileged than I am. The ultra wealthy. That means you, 1%. It hurts to say, it's necessary for your sanity, which is the point of this video. Let's stay sane out here, okay? Number 3, I remember that the population of the internet is not necessarily reflective of actual reality, and that it's more important to deal with people interpersonally. Got it? Good. I hope this helps at least one person to let go of the resentment they feel, the pain they feel when it comes to being othered or treated unfairly. I know that feeling. It hurts. It hurts so deeply. I also realize that I'm speaking from a place of privilege and people are going through so many horrible things in this world right now. I wish I could fix it all, literally. But the best I can do is just deal in the life that I have and to show up as best I can for the people that I encounter in my life. I hope we can get to a point where we just let go of ego and embrace empathy, and that people's struggles and their plights and their perspectives become more than just a clickbait headline. I hope we're on a spiritual upswing soon. Can we all make that happen? It's rough out here. But okay. On that note, enjoy the song request of the week. I entertain myself endlessly. I hope you enjoy it. Do your thing, Brie. Sing your song. Say I wanna leave you in the morning, but I need you now. You now. I find you, I give you all you need, and I know what you like. You don't need no other body. Hey, you don't need no other body. Only you feel hold my body. Only you feel hold my body. You don't need no other body. Ark Ashogban Sola? I hope I said that correctly. Let me check my notes. Shola, yes. Thank you so much for the song request. It is surely a bop. It will be added to one of my summer playlists because I feel the summer vibes from it. It's just so much fun to listen to. Keep the requests coming, y'all. I'm at the tail end. I have about 8 more at this point. But go forth and keep clear, sane, peaceful heads as we navigate this insane world together. Keyword together. We're all in this together, and sweet no. Not me forgetting the lyrics. This did not happen. I was not here. But why is no one requesting High School Musical? Why is no one requesting all of the DCOM originals? I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on? But I'll see y'all next week. Over and out. Boom.